In just a few hours, President Trump will deliver what promises to be one of the most consequential addresses to Congress in modern American history. Unlike Biden's hollow rhetoric, Trump will showcase action and accomplishments. As one official noted, maybe no president since FDR has attempted so much so quickly. And tonight's special guests, well, they tell the story of an America in renewal. The family of Corey Comperatore, the firefighter killed at Trump's Butler rally, the widow of murdered NYPD officer Jonathan Diller, and Payton McNabb, the volleyball player seriously injured by a transgender opponent. And as President Trump prepares to address Congress about restoring American strength, millions of men are struggling with declining energy and motivation. And just as Trump is exposing wasteful government programs tonight, it's time to expose what's destroying your testosterone. It's not aging or lack of exercise. It's something that you're eating daily that you've been told is healthy. This food is scientifically proven to devastate testosterone levels, and most men have no idea. While Trump works to strengthen America's position on the world stage tonight, you can strengthen your body's natural testosterone production by eliminating this one surprising food. Yes, the political establishment doesn't want a strong America, and they certainly don't want strong American men. So visit sculptnation.com/NNN to discover what's killing your testosterone before Trump reveals what's killing our economy. All right. This just in moments ago, President Trump and Zelensky plan to sign the Ukrainian mineral deal today, and Trump will announce it during his congressional address tonight, according to Reuters. Nick Sortor breaking the news a couple hours ago, calling it the art of the deal. We're finally getting our money back. We also have this. The president, this is 8 hours ago, President Trump and the First Lady are honored to host the family of Corey Comperatore and more. Let's listen.
It will be in attendance. News is going to have who the president. We are learning more about who the president will be inviting to this speech tonight, this joint address to Congress. His press secretary says that the family of the firefighter who was killed at the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, will be in attendance tonight. CBS News is going to have complete coverage of President Trump's primetime address. It's beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern. We are learning more.
9 p.m. Eastern. It's all going down tonight. Here we have the press secretary previewing President Trump's address to the joint session of Congress. Let's listen in.
We're so excited. It's a big day and it's a big night for President Trump, and we know he's going to give a fantastic speech. The theme is the renewal of the American dream, and the renewal of the American dream is underway already. Look at all that President Trump has accomplished in his first month as president. He's going to highlight some of those accomplishments. He's also going to talk about his plans to fix the economic mess that was created and left for him by Joe Biden in his administration. He's going to dive into foreign policy, talk about his intention to end the war in Ukraine, talk about his plan to bring all of the hostages out of Gaza home. And he's also going to make an ask of Congress tonight. We need more border funding to continue with these deportations that have been incredibly successful because of the efforts of this administration, but we need more resources.
More resources will help accelerate the deportations. The widow of the murdered New York Police Department officer Jonathan Diller among Trump's guests for the address to Congress. New York Post presenting that. Trump inviting volleyball player seriously hurt by trans opponent to be special guest at Congress. Rapid Response 47 giving us the inside scoop. Trump to host mother who saved daughter from gender ideology at a joint address as well. This is all coming in. We also have this Caroline Leavitt 5 hours ago posted this. Trump's address to joint session will be must-see TV. I can't wait to see it.
Look at all that President. We're so excited. It's a big day and it's a big night for President Trump. And we just saw that clip. Here's VP J.D. Vance taking question before Elbridge Colby's confirmation hearing. Let's listen in.
And to the president, go ahead and roll this clip.
Come to the table, and the president is trying to send a very explicit message. The Ukrainians have got to come to the table and start negotiating with President Trump.
Do you still have hope for the mineral deal? Do you believe that the mineral deal can still be reached with Ukraine?
Yeah, I certainly do. And I think the president is still committed to the mineral deal. I think we've heard some positive things, but not yet, of course, the signature from our friends in Ukraine. But look, the mineral deal is a really important part of the president's policy. Number one, the American people have got to get some payback for the incredible financial investment we've made in this country. A lot of the aid that the Europeans have sent has come in the form of money that is getting repaid to them. Well, it's really ridiculous and frankly an insult to the American people that the Europeans are getting a better deal than the American people. The president is just trying to assure that the American people get a fair deal while simultaneously ensuring we have access to some minerals and resources that are very important for the economy of the future.
If Zelensky changes his posture, his focus, his gratefulness, as you guys have talked about, would there be a consideration of bringing the aid back on, or is that an indefinite pause, a long-term pause? Do you see it?
Now, look, the president has been very clear he wants the Ukrainians to come to the negotiating table. I think when the Ukrainians come to the negotiating table, everything is on the table.
What do you need to see from President Zelensky?
Look, I think the most important thing, a lot of people have made this about public statements. President Zelensky needs to say that he's committed to the peace, or President Zelensky needs to apologize to the president. The public stuff doesn't matter nearly as much as what are the Ukrainians doing to meaningfully engage on what a peaceful settlement would look like. We need the Ukrainians privately to come to us and say, this is what we need, this is what we want, this is how we're going to participate in the process to end this conflict. That is the most important thing, and that lack of private engagement is what is most concerning to us.
President Trump said that.
There's a lot of pressure on Ukraine, but not much pressure on Russia. Do you expect to do maybe more sanctions on Russia or any other steps to pressure both sides if you want to have them on the negotiation table?
Well, I don't think that's right, actually. I mean, we still have a number of sanctions that are placed on the Russians. We do believe that the Russians economically are struggling because of this conflict. We do believe that it's in Russia's best interest, but also Ukraine and the United States' best interest to bring this conflict to a close. So we believe in applying pressure to everybody to stop the killing, because that's what the president's policy is, and that's what's in the best interest of the American people.
President Trump characterized it as a deal being a long way away. You just said if the Ukrainians came privately to the negotiating table, I could get things moving. What are we talking about timeline here? Like, how fast can we get things back on track?
President Trump said that, or President Zelensky said that?
I believe that President Trump had characterized it as being a deal being a long way away.
So I know that President Zelensky said that, but what I think the president has said is that we can make a deal here. The Russians can't continue this thing forever. The Ukrainians can't continue it forever. And most importantly, the United States can't continue it forever. Look, there are a lot of details to be worked out. There are a lot of questions about territory, about everything else. We want to have that conversation. We're not saying that we're committed to one pathway or another. We're just saying you can't even bring the peace to the forefront if the Ukrainians aren't willing to negotiate in good faith. And right now, they haven't been willing to. Hopefully that changes.
Do you think? And apparently is going to change, because the deal is going to be signed, and Trump is going to announce it. Huge announcement at the State of the Union, or the joint session of Congress. What else have we got here? Secretary Vance. Over the medium term, it's a focus on Main Street. Wall Street's done great. Let's listen to him talk about our economy.
But we have, over the medium term, which is what we're focused on, it's a focus on Main Street. Wall Street's done great.
Okay, so for context, Trump, you see on the screen, Trump expected to highlight economic wins tonight, and there's quite a few, despite what the Democrats would have you believe.
Wall Street can continue to do fine, but we have a focus on small business and the consumers. So we are going to rebalance the economy. We're going to bring manufacturing jobs home. We are going to continue the surge in small business confidence that was at a record level when President Trump came in. We're cutting red tape, we're cutting regulations, and we're going to get bank lending going again.
Get bank lending going again, making our economy great again. A lot of things we can expect tonight. What else have we got? President Trump to tout. Well, let's hear. This is from CBS.
President, so while a typical joint address might be a somewhat boring, somewhat somber list of goals from a new president, you can expect President Trump to instead tout action, accomplishments. And there's been a lot of that, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe no president since FDR has attempted so much so quickly. So while
listen to them, they have to admit it. Yeah, so we've got this. It's going to be an amazing event tonight. I am looking forward to it. And, Donald Trump has got a lot to celebrate. We have a lot to celebrate. We dodged a bullet. Thank God President Trump won that election. Government is shrinking. The Doge boys are in full force. The left is in meltdown mode. Trump is moving faster than they can even keep up with, faster than the news cycle, faster than the lawsuits that the left can throw. So expect some beautiful messaging tonight. And of course, there'll be counter messaging afterwards and such. But just stay tuned, because this is only the beginning. So Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, she said it best, President Trump's address to a joint session of Congress will be must-see TV. Joe Biden killed the American dream, but President Trump is renewing it. And that will be on full display tonight. While focusing on Main Street instead of Wall Street, Trump is cutting red tape, slashing regulations, and bringing manufacturing jobs home. Commerce Secretary Scott Bessent's economic vision presents a stark contrast to the failed policies of the previous administration. So the question every American should be asking tonight, if Trump can accomplish this much in just 43 days, what will America look like after 4 years of promises kept? Don't miss our limited edition Next News swag. It's available at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. You will find it linked down below. There it is. Shop.nextnewsnetwork. Grab a hat and grab a shirt. We'll see you at the next report.